So it's Friday night and you're looking to wear a watch for the evening. Here's a couple steps to follow. Step 1, select a watch from your watch stash. Step 2, place the watch on your wrist. Step 3, check out your watch, how it goes with your outfit. Step 4, seek a friend's opinion.
Yo, so I'm thinking about wearing this 36 for the weekend with this outfit. What do you think?
That watch, bro?
Yeah.
Look what I wear, man. You crazy, dog.
And step 5, run it over with the Lamborghini. Step 6, wear a bigger watch like a real man.
This is Watch Your Style. My name's Eric. Today's topic is going to be a very interesting one and also a bit of a controversial one. And does size really matter when it comes to watches? So it's like a question that's asked pretty much to me on a daily basis, is the size of the watches. So I ask you guys, does size really matter? You know, that's something that it's really up to your opinion. It really depends. What is it that you like? And what is it that you're trying to, accomplish, pretty much. Every brand has a different sizing scale that they use. Every brand and model has a different look, so the size will look different. Some watches will have a larger size in specifications, but will fit different on the wrist. One of the easiest ones that causes the most controversy is the Rolex Day-Date Presidential. That's something that's all over the place. I'm still getting hate mail from my video on the Day-Date 40, guys. Don't take it so serious. These are educational videos, It's not that serious, really. The Day-Date is one of those watches that, for me, size does matter. I don't have to have the 41, but if I was the one on the table to buy, I would always go with the 41. I think that watch is amazing in size. You got to get what you like. If you like the 36, that's fine. Get whichever one you like. But, you got to go with what you can afford also. So there's obviously a big difference, in size. But let me give you an example. This 36 millimeter Day-Date is a 2016 model, factory diamond dial. Something like that will cost you $20,000 to $22,000. Now, if I was buying one, I would dish out the extra $6,000 and go with a Day-Date 41, for 28. It's just what I would do. If you feel like it's too big and robust, fine. You gotta go with what you like. I'm just telling you my recommendation. If you're not that into the watch game, then it doesn't matter. If you're into the watch game, you will get bullied by the 41. There's no question about it. Some guys don't care about that, and that's fine too. The Day-Date is one of the few watches that you can get away with those sizes, One watch that I would say is a definite no-no is, for example, the Datejust 36. I mean, if you're a grown man, I would look into the new 41 that's a bit slimmer. I just think it's a lot better, that Day-Date 36, maybe if it's a vintage one, fine, nothing wrong with that. It's cool. But size does matter. I have seen grown men wearing a 31 millimeter Presidential like it's all good. Now, in his defense, I'm sure he's some type of retired mob boss. I'm thinking about the guy that I saw. And maybe he bought it in the late 70s, and at that time it was, what the salesman recommended him. This is a pretty hefty guy. I think he should have been at least with the 36. So with all the controversy of the size and all that, Rolex came out with the Day-Date 40. Look, it's been out already for quite some time, and I think it's safe for me to say that I don't hate it. Do I love it? Not like the 41. I'm not even saying no, so you guys don't send me that hate mail. But, just the 41, I think it's a good overall size. I don't find it to be too big. We're not talking about a 48 millimeter Breitling Bentley in yellow gold, okay? We're talking about a conservative 41. One thing about Rolex is when they tell you 41, it's a conservative 41. It's not like AP's 41 that ends up being like a 42 or 43. They're very conservative about their size. So if you can't decide between the 36 and the 41, then yes, the 40 is for you. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. I think overall it's a fantastic watch. The one that for me just doesn't do it. And remember, again, guys, talking about the watch game, some of you are just not into it, have no interest in it. It's fine. You're trying to pull some stunts in the watch game with a presidential, gotta go with the 41. Now, when it comes to Hublot, you need Jesus. All right, so for AP, that's a brand that millimeters in size is very important. Unlike the Day-Date, that I feel that the 41, the bigger one, is the best one, I don't necessarily feel the same for AP. Why? Because the 42 millimeter for them, really for me, fits like a 44, like I said, Rolex, when they say 40, they really mean 40 millimeters. With AP, it's a little bit different. They say 42, but it's really like a 44. And imagine, their 44 millimeter, it's like this much far away from being a giant 48 millimeter. So that just shows you clearly that you got to try and see the one that you like. For me personally, I absolutely love this 44. I mean, everything about it, I love it. But when I put it on my wrist, it's not exactly the best fitting one for me, let's say. I got to put the strap in the last setting for it to just barely almost fit me too big. So, you got to use your own idea of what fits better. Yes, there are some watches that bigger is better, but that doesn't apply to every brand. Now, one of the other brands that size is very important is Panerai. Look, I'm not into those giant Panerais that are 48 millimeters. You know what I mean? Like that Bronzo that's just absurdly large. So, although size does matter, to me especially, I don't necessarily need to have the largest size that they make. I feel like the 44 millimeter is a good size. Granted, for some people that might not be used to large watches, you may have to get used to wearing it. But the 42 millimeter, I find it a little bit small. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have a personal friend of mine and a client that has the 42. He has 3 of them. He likes it. I've gone over with him. Yes, he does have a small wrist and he's not a small guy. But he's really tried it and he's really given it some thought and he just doesn't like it. And that's totally understandable. But if you can give the 44 millimeter a shot, that's what I would go for, because it's not so much about size on the wrist, because it doesn't look bad, the 42, but the resale's terrible. Resale is terrible on the Panerai 42, man. I don't know what it is. They're just really hard to resell. So, I just think part of the whole Panerai look is the large case, it's just part of it. Again, you got to go with what you like, but yes, size does matter. So remember, when you're purchasing your next watch, remember that size does matter. Women are wearing men's watches every day more and more. So you don't want to be out there looking like me on the cover slide of this video, wearing a 26 millimeter ladies presidential. You don't want that look. Or like that guy I was mentioning earlier that had that 31 millimeter, Prezi, look like this big on his wrist. Just keep that in mind, man. Give yourself a chance, try out the bigger sizes, but don't go too big. Buy what's comfortable for you. If you like this video, please remember to like and share. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. My name is Eric. Watch your style.